And hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge back once again with another instalment of my ongoing weekly series Till the Fabled End, in which I look at and review every single Fables Deluxe Edition hardcover by Vertigo Comics, an imprint of DC. Today we're looking at book 7, which is this one right here. Beautiful cover. Words can't express just how stunning this is, to be honest. So this is the cover. This is the spine, exactly in keeping with all the others as we've seen so far. And this is the back with the usual stuff on the back. It's got Once Upon a Time, then a bit of blurb, usual bits and pieces. Inside flaps are to be expected. We have the normal pull quotes from a variety of different publications. And then on the rear flap we have a brief biography of Bill Willingham, the writer. Inside end pages, purple New York skyline again. Let's have a look under the dust jacket, and again we are in the position where the dust jacket is a textless variation of the image, the image on the hardcover is a textless variation of the image on the dust jacket itself. So I don't know why volume 4 or volume 5 had a different thing going on, but this one is exactly the same image. On that note, I noted whilst I was reading this, can you all see this? Right there. Hang on, let's zoom in. Yeah, my dust jacket is damaged. Son of a bitch. You know? Like how did that happen? Very annoying. I guess that's what dust jackets are for though, so I'm not gonna cry and moan and wail too much. Let's have a look at the hardcover itself. Used to the format by now. Very, very consistently formatted. Now, the contents here are interesting if we just have a look there. This contains issues 52 to 59 and then issue 64. So there's a 5-issue gap, which I'm sure we're going to pick up in the next hardcover. In terms of the stories, we have the Sons of Empire arc here. We have a one-shot, Jiminy Christmas. And then we have a 2-part thing here, Father and Son. Burning Questions is quite funny, we'll look at that in a second. And then Birthday Secret is issue 64. So in between these is a whole load of other issues, which I'm sure we're going to look at next time. And then there's some extras. So let's have a look at it. Right, so cover art, astonishing. The usual intro blurb or introduction by someone. This particular one is by Jeanette Kahn. It's okay. And then we have the issues of part 1 of Sons of Empire. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but long story short, this is set in the Homelands. It's where the adversary and all his lieutenants are debating and trying to work out how to destroy Fabletown, which is really interesting. There's also several random vignettes. So this, for example, is a 3-page vignette of Rapunzel, for instance. And a lot of the stories now start to be interspersed with that. So anyway, here we have part 2 of Sons of Empire. So this is the next issue. Really interesting, really good. Lots of stuff going on. Oh, look at that artwork. I mean, it's a grim image, but stunning, stunning cover art. One thing I'll point out, I'm not being OCD or anything, but you notice how the bottom of each page has a page number on it. So page number 20 is there. Page number 19 is here. Page number 18 is missing. Don't ask how I spotted that, but yeah, that's a bit annoying. Anyway, so here we have it. Here are some more issues. Sons of Empire. Again, really interesting, well written. As you can see, consistent artwork in line with all the previous kind of stuff that we've seen in these volumes. So yeah, generally it's just great. Continue reading it. This is all new to me, and I have to be honest, I thought it was exactly in keeping with what I'd hoped for. It was great, it was fun. This is another random 3-page vignette, The Road to Paradise. This is about the 3 blind mice for some reason. God knows why this is here. And then you have this Jiminy Christmas one-shot issue, which I don't think really relates to anything else, but it's not a bad issue. Not a bad issue at all. Pretty fun. It's about Christmas and about Santa Claus as a fable. Turns out Santa Claus knows Bigby Wolf. Of course he does. And then it goes into this, which is Father and Son, which is about Bigby reconciling with his father. I thought it was okay, actually. I was expecting to be a bit annoyed by it. I tend to find stories about people reconciling with parents and blah, blah, blah to be really quite tedious. But that's because I don't really have any frame of reference for that sort of thing. So all these stories that are largely about family or family focused just kind of fall flat with me. That's a personal thing, and I wasn't expecting much from this, but this actually looks pretty good. It's a really interesting start to their relationship. I enjoyed it, and I thought it was very strong. This takes us to the end of that particular arc, which is the father and son arc. And yeah, it's just been great so far. I have to say, I really, really, really enjoyed it. As we can see, consistent artwork, the storyline is in keeping, and in the background you've got this constant ratcheting up of tensions between Fabletown and the adversary in the homelands. So all I can say is this has been great fun. Then we have the issue Burning Questions, which essentially is a lot of short, like 1 or 2 page, in this case 3-page vignette of random side stories. So this is sort of like, imagine like Shadow of the Bat or Sandman Universe. These are just stories within the wider mythological universe of Fables. So stuff like, how does Buffkin keep getting hands on the liquor? Here's a 1-pager, what is training like for a new member of the Mouse Police? Did Jack leave anyone messages before he left Fabletown forever? And then you've got a 2-pager there. So that's all this is. It's just a bunch of 1-page or 2-page little fun vignettes, kind of playing around or riffing on the various stories. They're all fun. They're all fun. I've got no issue with any of that. Then that takes us to issue 64. A couple of things about issue 64. So firstly, it is set after several issues that aren't collected here. I'm sure they're collected in the next hardcover. Let's find out. But as we'll see, it says here, can you see this? In which we momentarily turn away from the incredible events taking place down the Witching Well. What's going on in the Witching Well? That's my question, but I guess I'll find out in the next hardcover. As a second and completely unrelated thing, I love this artwork. This is it's very similar to Scotty Young or I Hate Fairyland sort of stuff, and I love this artwork. I mean, this is Snow White, this is her kids. I think this is great. That said, it's quite jarring and quite different to the previous artwork for all the preceding 50-odd issues. So it takes a bit of getting used to. That said, I absolutely love it. It's a little bit like, is it Sarah Pacheco's artwork when she did X-Men? I can't remember. But I really enjoyed this. I thought this artwork was great. The story itself is, again, really good, and again progresses the storyline of the Fables as a whole. But yeah, I'll be interested to see if this artist actually stays as the main artist. That'd be a lot of fun, because I really like this kind of stylized, cartoony kind of art. It's not quite Hey Arnold. It's better than that. It's slightly anime influenced. I like it. And that takes us to the end of that issue. We then have Treasures from the Woodland Vaults, which is the usual extra features, a bit of bio detail, and that is the end of it. Bind quality, as usual, exceptional, highly recommended purchase. Don't know why the page number for page 18 is missing, but it is. Let's wrap this back up. So, with book 7 out of the way, next week's homework is pretty self-evident. We're going to be reading book 8 of the Fables Deluxe Edition hardcovers. If you're reading it in single issues, or if you're reading it as trade paperbacks, I'd strongly recommend you check the written guide on Wikipedia that lists what's in the trade paperbacks or the deluxes, because, again, as I mentioned a few times, the deluxes don't map directly to the trade paperbacks. If they did, conventional wisdom would dictate that this would be trade paperbacks 13 and 14, but that is not the case. So yeah, read the deluxe edition with me, or dig out the paperbacks and have a look through yourself in terms of what next week's homework is going to be. So until next time, I'll see you at book 8.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.